do have to get up, do what they do. But that was insane. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Come on! I make go records, baby. I'm liking this. Hello and welcome to Hawks Recap. My name is Clay. Thank you for tuning in. Blackhawks have just played their 18th game of the season. And they win! They finally beat the Vegas Golden Knights for the first time in history! Oh, Blackhawks beat the Golden Knights in Vegas by a score of 5-3. What a ridiculous game this was. And of course, it had to happen at 9 p.m. start time, which means I'm not getting to bed anytime soon. Like, I'm just way too amped up right now after that game, and especially after that win. It's snowing right now. I have to go out and shovel tomorrow morning before work. Like, this is not going to be good. And so, here's what I'm going to do for this Hawks recap video. I'm going to do this all in one take because I need to limit the amount of editing I am doing for this so I can actually somehow find a way to get some sleep. Even though I'm definitely not going to get to sleep anytime soon. Like I mentioned, this is nuts. This was a crazy game. In fact, this needs to be like made illegal. Not just by the NHL, but I'm talking about like the United States government and the Canadian government. It needs to be made illegal for the Hawks to play the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Vegas Golden Knights in essentially back-to-back games because it just distorts your view of hockey. This is just like two run-and-gun type games back-to-back. It's just nuts. This is 1984 type of stuff. This isn't 2019, although if we're really being, as the kids would say, woke, the book 1984 kind of applies to today. But we're not going there. Anyhow, Blackhawks beat the Vegas Golden Knights. Didn't start off that well. Corey Crawford in net. That's not the part that didn't start off well. Hawks going down by 2 goals early in the first period. One comes off a deflection. Nothing really Crawford could do on that. And then a power play goal by William Karlsson. Just a defensive breakdown. It's 2-0 early for Vegas. And it's just like, oh, well, tonight's not going to be the night that we finally beat Vegas. Not with how this started, because it's just back and forth, like, just nuts. Like, just, it's a track meet. And me, personally, I'm not really that confident in the track meet, at least not with our current team. Maybe back in the years we were winning cups, 2010, 2013, 2015, especially 2013, 2015. If we wanted to get in a track meet, fine. That was kind of our game. But with this team, we're a little bit older. We're a little bit slower. A lot bit slower. I'm not comfortable with it, especially with a team like Vegas, who is seemingly made for this. So it's 2-0 Vegas. Not looking good. But right after the second goal, Hawks come right back, get an odd man rush because Vegas, defensively, very aggressive in this game. They've been very aggressive basically all season. That's kind of their MO, but they're aggressive to the point where they'll give up odd man rushes if you can just get the puck out. Now, the Hawks had trouble early getting the puck out. The defensive forecheck and everything, the pinching was giving the Hawks fits, and that's how the Golden Knights got up 2-0. But once they figured out how to chip it by them and expect that those defensive players are going to be pinching and just read it and go from there, they found themselves with some good opportunities. They get one just after that second Vegas goal. Comes to DeBrincat to Strome. Strome cross ice to Patrick Kane for the one-timer, and he buries it past Fleury. And there's a little bit of me scared for this game, especially after Vegas went up 2-0, because last time we played Vegas, Leonard in net for the Hawks, Fleury in net for the Golden Knights, and the Hawks played just absolutely fantastic in that game, but Fleury was absolutely unreal. And it led to the Vegas Golden Knights finding a way to win that game in overtime when Hawks, you'd think, should have gotten that win in regulation if they just would have held on. So Fleury in net for the Golden Knights, like, they're not again, right? But Kane blows it by him. It's a 2-1 game now. It's like, okay, we scored. All right, we're back in this game. Those early goals were crazy, but okay, we've, we've kind of weathered the storm a little bit. We're in a game now. So we go into... Oh, hold on. I shouldn't even transition to the second period yet because I have not talked about everything that's happened. I forgot to mention that Zach Smith had a freaking penalty shot in the first minute of this game. Obviously, it's not ideal that it was Zach Smith, but he rang it off the crossbar. He almost had it, beat Fleury, but if there's anybody else, you might be like, okay, that would have been nice if it was Taves or Kane or something. Speaking of Taves or Kane, Taves had a breakaway shortly after that Kane goal. Could have tied this up, but Fleury denies him on that. So Fleury stops kind of stops a penalty shot and then stops a breakaway. This game could easily be tied up 2-2 going into the second. But it's not. Vegas up 2-1 going into the second. Second period. If you thought the first period was nuts, second period was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Just, once again, run and gun type of game. It looked like Vegas was going to take control of this game. It looked like Tuck scored there, and the refs called it a good goal on the ice. But replay showed that the puck didn't hit the back of the net. It actually hit the crossbar and then the post and came out. So the double doink benefits Chicago this time. And no goal, so it's not 3-1 Vegas. And that moment seemingly turned the tide of this entire game. Shortly after that, Hawks come down. Calvin DeHaan gets the pass in the high slot there, blows it by Fleury, top shelf above the glove to tie this game up 2-2. And then shortly after that, we have, who was it? Erik Gustafsson. How could I forget? Erik Gustafsson putting the Hawks in the lead, basically the same shot as Calvin DeHaan. It's 3-2 Hawks, just like that. It was 3-1 Vegas. Now it's 3-2 Hawks. It's nuts. It's nuts how the momentum swings work. Later in the period, Corey Crawford gets called for throwing a stick, even though he didn't really throw a stick. It was a bad call, but Marchessault is awarded a penalty shot. We got 2 penalty shots in this game. We haven't seen a penalty shot in a Hawks game this year, and we got 2 in this game. Thankfully, Marchessault doesn't score on it. I think the puck just rolled on him, and he kind of, he just shanked it or whatever. So 3-2 Hawks going into the third. Hawks seemingly kind of settled it down in the third. It was not quite as run and gun of a game as the first 2 periods, which... Thank goodness, because that was just an absolute nuts of our first 40 minutes. Like, I don't know how we can keep playing that. But anyhow, third period, Hawks played better in terms of like maybe slowing it down a little bit. Not playing like in a turtle or a shell or anything, but playing safe in terms of making sure the puck got out, still being aggressive and taking their chances. And creating opportunities for themselves, but making sure the puck gets out of the zone, no soft plays, making sure the puck gets in deep in certain scenarios so you can get the line change. They did that very well in the third period. Kirby Dach would score a goal to make it 4-2 game. That was a big goal to get, and then later on, Vegas very much pinching with their defensemen, trying to get within a goal, and didn't work out for them. It basically creates a breakaway for Dylan Strome. He beats Fleury there, so it makes it 5-2. Vegas would score a late goal to make it 5-3, but that 5th goal for Hawks basically sealed the deal in this one. It was like, plan the parade. Oh my God, this is happening. The Hawks have beaten the Vegas Golden Knights. This is absolutely nuts. Like I said, this was such a crazy game. Having the Maple Leafs game and the Vegas game back-to-back, essentially. Not like back-to-back nights, but back-to-back games. Oh my God. Hockey is just maybe too exciting for me anymore. I don't know if I can handle this. I might have to retire from watching hockey if this is the type of game we're going to have to see night in and night out. But Hawks get the win. That's big. They're 3-1-1 in their last 5 games. 2-0-1 in their last 3 games, which means they've gotten 5 out of possible 6 points in the last 3 games. Those last 3 games against Pittsburgh, Toronto, and Vegas. 3 at the moment playoff teams. That's pretty darn good. Yes, the Hawks are giving up a lot of shots. Gave up 50-something to the Maple Leafs. Leonard was a stud. We've given up 42 against the Vegas Golden Knights in this one. Crawford was a stud. Like, after the first period, it could have easily been like 8-7. It was just a nuts. It wasn't even just Crawford. Like, Fleury was absolutely insane too. It was just chance after chance. The entire first 40 minutes of this game was just, I can't even put it into words. I'm not even going to really try. You're just, if you saw the game, if you watched the game, if you stayed up, yeah, you would know what I'm talking about. If you didn't, probably smart, because like after this type of game, you're not going to be able to get to bed. Like, you're not going to be able to fall asleep. Like, if you're watching a late night hockey game expecting to like doze off, in the middle of the second period, this was not the game for you. This was not. This was one where you're just like, oh my God, there's caffeine coming through the TV. Yeah. But Hawks win. All is good in the world. Whew. Hawks now play the Nashville Predators on Saturday to finish off their little 2-game road trip here. It would be nice to continue this little win streak they got going on. That would be very nice. Anyhow, with that said, thank you so much for watching this ridiculously weird one-take version of Hawks Recap. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you understand why I'm doing it this way. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate that as always. But most importantly, stay safe, make good decisions, try to get some rest. I know I'm going to try to. It's going to take a little while, but I'm going to eventually. And I'm going to, future morning me is not going to be too happy, but screw him. Stay safe, make good decisions, and I'll see you next time.